Think you're a smart traveler? You've double-checked your passport, arrived 2 hours early, and feel totally prepared. Right, not so fast. Even seasoned flyers, including those with years of experience, still fall into sneaky, costly traps that airlines quietly profit from. These 12 airport mistakes can drain your wallet, waste your time, and raise your stress levels. And here's the kicker. The travel industry will never warn you about them. Today, we're exposing every single one, starting with the biggest mistake that could leave you stranded before you even board. If you're tired of airlines playing games with your hard-earned vacation money, make sure to stick around until the end. Mistake 12. Assuming that tiny travel pouch. You know, the skinny little purse where folks store passports, boarding documents, and emergency money. It's all neat and tidy, but in fact, it's a thief's dream. Tiny pouches poof into thin air. Spill your backpack and someone will see it. Lose that pouch and it's gone forever into airport pandemonium. Thief cameras reveal thieves hitting these because they essentially say, "Value documents here." Pro tip, store your passport and essentials zippered in a chest pocket or a money belt under your clothes. And never carry 3 bags when 2 will suffice. Airport security cameras last year alone recorded more than 15,000 incidents of theft, with small bags being the most targeted item. Lose your passport and you'll be waiting weeks and shelling out up to $200 in replacement costs. But versus the next error, that expense is chump change. Error number 11, not doing online check-in. So many travelers believe they'll just check in at the airport because they have so much time. Huge error. Airlines overbook flights intentionally, and guess who gets bumped last? The passenger without a confirmed seat. Online check-in isn't convenience, it's your policy of insurance. Check in 24 hours in advance and your seat is reserved. Arrive without doing it and you're the first in line to be bumped, no matter what you paid. Pro tip, schedule a reminder for precisely 24 hours prior to travel, check in straight away, and take a screenshot of your boarding pass as a backup. Airlines bumped close to 680,000 people in the past year alone, costing travelers millions of dollars in rebooking fees and lost vacation time. Don't become the next statistic. And if you think that's bad, just wait until you experience the baggage weight trap nearly everyone stumbles into. Error number 10, checking your bag after you pack, not before. You get all packed up, lug it onto a bathroom scale, and find that you're 3 pounds over. Now you're scrambling to repack at the counter, or worse, shelling out $150 in overweight fees while everyone is looking on. Wise travelers balance their empty bag first, then pack sensibly. That big bottle of shampoo? It's almost 3 pounds of solid wasted space when travel sizes are cheaper than the overweight charge. Pro tip, weigh your bags at home. Pack only absolute essentials in your checked bag and purchase replacements at your destination, if necessary. Airlines collected more than $7 billion in baggage charges last year, and a little forward thinking could have left that money in your wallet. And planning, of course, is involved. Your seat selection strategy may be both costing you money and comfort. Error number 9, selecting seats as if it's a lottery. You browse the airline seat chart and pick what looks best, but don't be fooled. That ideal-appearing window seat could be wedged next to the galley, offer no recline, or have you freezing for 6 hours consecutively. A seasoned traveler learns to look up Seat Guru or other such websites to uncover the things airlines won't share, such as which seats recline, which seats have power access, and which rows are torture chambered. Seat 31F may appear no different from 15F, but only one of them reclines. Pro tip, look up your specific aircraft model before you select. Steer clear of seats over bathrooms, galleys, and bulkheads unless you require the additional legroom. Polls indicate that 73% of passengers who study seats in advance rate their flights as good, whereas only 31% who select at random do so. But even your best seat in the house will not rescue you if you commit the next error, what I refer to as the plastic wrap catastrophe. Mistake number 8, shrink wrapping your luggage like last night's leftovers. You hand over $15 to have your suitcase wrapped in plastic, thinking you're protecting it. In reality, you've just paid for a headache. Here, SY, the moment TSA needs to inspect your bag, they'll slice right through that wrap and leave you with shredded plastic and zero protection. Worse still, if you've mistakenly included your passport within, you'll be ripping the wrap open yourself at the check-in, while an impatient queue of passengers awaits your turn. Pro tip, avoid the plastic wrap ripoff. Instead, try a TSA-accepted lock and a reusable luggage cover that really does shield your suitcase from weathering, dirt, and scratches. Airport staff confess that almost 40% of wrapped suitcases get slid open for checking purposes, which renders the service essentially useless while also generating mountains of plastic trash. And talking about lines, the second error can effortlessly spend 20 minutes of your life on each journey. Error number 7, joining the crowd directly to security purgatory. You spot the first security checkpoint with an enormous queue and figure that's your sole choice. Bad call. Most airports have a range of checkpoints, and the ones further down are usually almost deserted while everyone else swarms the first queue they find. Airports aren't really encouraging this because the longer you wait in line, the longer you're walking around their overpriced stores afterwards. But this is what really happens. Taking 100 extra feet could save you 20 minutes of standing. Pro tip: before committing to any line, walk the entire security area and check all available checkpoints. The farthest one is often your fastest bet. TSA data even shows wait times in the same terminal can differ by 30 minutes simply because of passenger distribution. And while we're talking security, here's the liquid mistake that ruins more trips than missed flights. Mistake number 6, playing liquid Russian roulette. Everyone travels is familiar with the 311 rule, but they still get stopped. Why? Because TSA doesn't judge based on how much liquid is in your container, they judge based on the container size itself. That half-full 6-ounce shampoo bottle, deleted. Your 4-ounce perfume bottle with a drop left, seized. They don't measure what's inside, they only go off what the bottle says. Pro tip: pour all of it into real travel-sized containers before you head out, and make your liquids bag quick to grab at security. Don't hide it in your clothes. TSA takes more than 1,400 items each day, and oversized liquids are the #1 culprit, making lines slow for all of us. And things only get more complicated once you enter the duty-free danger zone. Bite-sized pause: if these insider tips are already keeping you one step ahead of stress, subscribe away, because the game-changing mistakes are only just beginning. I promise the last tips will revolutionize your travels. Error number 5, going astray in duty-free wonderland. You pass through security, you're feeling calm, and you opt to roam in duty-free. Before you know it, you're caught in a labyrinth of perfume counters, snack bars, and seemingly endless displays. In the meantime, time keeps passing, your gate seems a mile away, and boarding announcements become background noise. That's no coincidence. Airports have deliberately designed duty-free zones to be distracting, getting you to shop rather than sitting quietly at your gate. Pro tip: first, locate your gate, verify your flight status, and then, if you wish, return for shopping. Set an alarm on your phone 45 minutes prior to boarding time so that you are not taken by the retail trap. If you miss your flight, it will cost you $200 to $400 in rebooking fees, making that $20 box of chocolates the costliest candy you will ever consume. And if you thought that hurt, just wait until you hear how the incorrect pre-flight meal selection can spoil your whole holiday. Mistake number 4, dining like a Food Network star before departure. Your gateside restaurant with that exotic-sounding dish may be too hard to resist, but getting on a plane immediately following a wild meal is a recipe for disaster. Cabin pressure at 35,000 feet exaggerates all your digestive complaints. Spicy, rich, or foreign foods will cause bloating, nausea, and gut pain that are only exacerbated in a small seat. Gas builds up at high altitude, and what is a harmless meal on the ground can become misery in the skies. Pro tip: eat familiar, light food before flying. Don't have heavy dairy, extremely spicy foods, or anything new for that matter. Pack stomach-soothing snacks like crackers or ginger chews just in case. Flight attendants report that almost 60% of in-flight medical conditions originate from digestive issues, and the majority of those begin with bad pre-flight food decisions. But food is not the only factor that can turn your flight into a nightmare. The timing of your ticket is also a big player. Mistake number 3, reserving flights as if weather is irrelevant. That affordable midday flight may seem like a bargain, but let me tell you, noon flights encounter the most turbulent air. When the sun warms the earth, the air heats and rises, causing the turbulence that causes planes to quiver like paint mixers. The airlines are aware, but they won't tell you about it because they must book those seats. Pro tip: choose flights before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Early mornings and late evenings typically mean calmer skies with less thermal activity. If you're prone to motion sickness, this simple change can be a lifesaver. Turbulence-related injuries send an average of 25 passengers to the hospital each week, and 70% of those happen on afternoon flights. And although turbulence is jarring, the second error is much more sinister because it's intangible. Error number 2, touching everything without donning a glove. Most travelers fret about airplane lavatories, but the filthiest thing in the airport is not the toilet, it's the security tray. Those plastic bins where everyone just flings their shoes, belts, laptops, and phones. Tests have shown they contain 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. They're handled hundreds of times a day and hardly ever cleaned in between. You grab your phone off that tray, take a snack, and bingo, you just infected germs directly into your system. Pro tip: pack sanitizing wipes and actually use them. Wipe down security trays, armrests, tray tables, and anything else you'll touch. Only 10% of travelers bother to sanitize, which means 90% are spreading germs without realizing it. Protect yourself, and you'll avoid spending your vacation sick in bed. And now we've reached the number one mistake, the game changer even seasoned travelers overlook. Mistake number one, disregarding your body's clock as if time zones don't exist. Jet lag sabotages more vacations than canceled flights. Arrive in a new nation without acclimating and you'll spend your initial 2 days stumbling about like a zombie. The answer: begin acclimating before you leave home. Gradually shift your sleep cycle. Go to bed and rise an hour nearer to your destination time for 3 days prior to leaving. Start wearing your watch at destination time as soon as you get on the plane, not when you land. Pro tip: employ light therapy. Get exposed to bright light in the morning when traveling east and in the evening when traveling west. Download a jet lag app to generate a customized schedule off your very own flight. Regular business travelers who pre-adjust enjoy 75% less jet lag and recover 3 days sooner than those who don't. Airlines discreetly lose billions annually to jet lag-related productivity loss, but they will never mention this free solution to you. So which of these errors have you found yourself committing? Leave a comment and let me know which tip will save you the most on your next journey. And if you enjoyed this, don't miss our next video. 10 TSA travel hacks every senior should know in 2025. We'll share insider secrets that save time, ease stress, and get you off TSA's naughty list for all the wrong reasons. Thanks for flying smarter with the Fly Smarter channel. Safe travels, and remember, the best travel companion isn't another gadget, it's knowledge.